So on Activity 16, identifying parts of a complex sentence, I'm showing you on the screen, and I've used different colors to show you. So it tells you to underline the main clause. Underline the main clause. I did this in blue. And it said put square brackets around the time clause. I did this in green. And then it tells you draw a box around each verb. I did this in blue. And it says draw a circle around each comma and each period, the punctuation mark. So I did this in orange. Number 1 says, when you finish your homework, you can go to your friend's house. So which one is the main clause? You can go to your friend's house. Very good. Which one is the time clause? When you finish your homework. Very good. What's the verb in the time clause? Finish. So we have a box around that. What's the verb in the time clause? Can go. So we have a box around that. What about the punctuation? What's circled? Well, there's a comma after the time clause. Circle the comma. And there's a period at the end of the sentence after house. Circle that one. Now, number 2 says, after you finish your lunch, you can have some ice cream. Which one is the main clause? You can have some ice cream. Yay! What is the time clause? After you finish your lunch. Right. So that one has brackets, right? So the main clause is underlined and the time clause has brackets. What's the verb in the time clause? Finish. All right. And what's the verb in the main clause? Can have. So both of those have a square box or a rectangular box around them. How about the punctuation? Do we have a comma in this sentence? Yes? Okay. Where's the comma? After lunch. Because that one is coming after a time clause. After you finish your lunch. Comma. What's the next punctuation? It's a period. After you can have some ice cream. Period. And number 3, we can have dinner when you set the table. Which one is the main clause? We can have